What if I told you that the most dangerous fat in your body isn't the one you can see in the mirror, but the one hidden deep inside your belly? Visceral fat wraps around vital organs and silently increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and faster aging. The Japanese way of living offers simple, natural habits that help reduce this dangerous fat without crash diets or extreme workouts, eating until you are 80% full. Known in Japan as hara-hachi-bu, is one of the most effective and sustainable ways to reduce visceral fat naturally. This simple habit has been practiced for centuries, especially in Okinawa, a region famous for long life and low rates of obesity. The idea is not to restrict food harshly, but to stop eating before your stomach feels completely full. When you do this consistently, your body gets the signal to use stored fat, especially dangerous visceral fat, for energy. Visceral fat grows when we regularly eat more calories than our body needs. Even if the food seems healthy, by stopping at 80% fullness, you automatically reduce excess calorie intake without counting calories or following strict diets. This helps control blood sugar levels and insulin spikes, both of which are strongly linked to belly fat storage. Over time, lower insulin levels encourage the body to release fat from around the organs instead of holding onto it. Another powerful benefit of eating less than full is improved digestion. When the stomach is overloaded, digestion slows down, leading to bloating, inflammation, and fat accumulation in the abdominal area. Eating slightly less gives the digestive system room to work efficiently, helping nutrients absorb properly while reducing fat storage signals. Better digestion also means less pressure on the liver and pancreas, organs closely affected by visceral fat. This habit also trains the brain to recognize true hunger and fullness cues. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for the brain to realize the stomach is satisfied. Many people overeat simply because they eat too fast, by slowing down and stopping before fullness. You avoid this delay and naturally eat less without feeling deprived. Over time, hara-hachi-bu changes your relationship with food. You begin to feel lighter after meals, more energetic, and less sleepy. These small daily improvements encourage consistency, which is key to losing visceral fat. The beauty of this Japanese practice is that it works quietly and steadily. No extreme diets, no exhausting workouts, just mindful eating that allows your body to restore balance, burn internal fat, and protect long-term health. Choosing nutrient-dense, low-calorie foods is a core part of the Japanese approach to losing visceral fat quickly and safely. Instead of focusing on eating less food, the focus is on eating better food. Traditional Japanese meals are built around foods that provide maximum nutrition with fewer calories, which helps reduce fat stored deep around the organs without leaving the body weak or hungry. Vegetables play a central role in this way of eating. Leafy greens, cabbage, radishes, mushrooms, and sea vegetables are rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants while being very low in calories. Fiber is especially important because it slows digestion, controls blood sugar levels, and helps reduce insulin spikes that trigger visceral fat storage. When fiber intake is high, the body is more likely to burn fat instead of storing it. Protein is another key element, but it comes from clean, light sources: fish, tofu, soybeans, eggs, and small portions of lean meat provide enough protein to preserve muscle and boost metabolism without excess saturated fat. Fish, in particular, is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and target fat accumulation around internal organs. Fermented foods are also common in Japanese diets. Foods like miso, natto, and pickled vegetables support gut health by improving digestion and balancing beneficial bacteria. A healthy gut plays a powerful role in regulating weight, hormones, And fat storage. When digestion improves, the body becomes more efficient at breaking down food and less likely to store excess energy as visceral fat. Another important principle is simplicity. Japanese meals usually contain fewer ingredients and smaller portions, making it easier to avoid overeating. Highly processed foods, sugary snacks, and heavy sauces are limited, reducing empty calories that quickly turn into belly fat. Even rice, a staple food, is eaten in modest amounts and balanced with vegetables and protein. By consistently choosing nutrient-dense, low-calorie foods, the body receives everything it needs to function well while naturally creating a calorie deficit. This gentle imbalance encourages the gradual loss of visceral fat without stress, cravings, or extreme dieting. Over time, this way of eating not only slims the waistline, but also protects the heart, liver, and overall long-term health. Walking daily instead of relying on extreme exercise is a key reason why the Japanese are able to reduce visceral fat and maintain a slim, healthy body for life. In Japan, physical activity is not treated as a punishment or a short-term weight loss tool. It is simply part of everyday living. People walk to train stations, shops, parks, and even social visits, often without realizing how much movement they are getting each day. This consistent, low-intensity movement plays a powerful role in burning visceral fat. Unlike intense workouts that can spike stress hormones, walking keeps the body in a fat-burning state without increasing cortisol. High cortisol levels are closely linked to the storage of visceral fat, especially around the abdomen. Walking helps lower stress while gently boosting metabolism, making it one of the safest and most effective ways to target deep belly fat. Another advantage of walking is that it improves insulin sensitivity. When muscles move regularly, the body uses glucose more efficiently, reducing the need to store excess sugar as fat. Over time, this leads to a noticeable reduction in fat surrounding the organs. Even short walks after meals can significantly reduce blood sugar spikes, which directly supports visceral fat loss. Walking is also easy to sustain long-term. Extreme exercise programs often lead to burnout, injury, or quitting altogether. Walking, on the other hand, is low impact and suitable for all ages, including seniors. It supports joint health, improves circulation, and strengthens the heart without placing excessive strain on the body. This makes it possible to stay active every single day, which is far more important than exercising intensely once in a while. In Japanese culture, walking is often combined with mindfulness. People walk calmly, breathe deeply, and stay present. This further reduces stress and improves mental health, both of which influence hormonal balance and fat storage. Better sleep often follows regular walking. And quality sleep is another major factor in reducing visceral fat. The power of daily walking lies in its simplicity. No gym memberships, no special equipment, and no strict schedules are required. When practiced consistently, walking becomes a natural fat-burning habit that quietly reduces visceral fat, protects internal organs, and supports long-term health in a sustainable, natural way. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly is a simple, yet powerful habit deeply rooted in Japanese culture, and it plays a major role in reducing visceral fat. In today's fast-paced world, many people eat in a rush, barely chewing their food before swallowing. This habit leads to overeating, poor digestion, and increased fat storage around the abdomen. The Japanese approach encourages slowing down, respecting food, and allowing the body to process each bite properly. When you eat slowly, your brain has enough time to receive signals from your stomach that it is getting full. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes for these signals to register. When meals are rushed, people often eat far more than their body actually needs before realizing they are full. This excess energy is then stored as fat, much of it becoming dangerous visceral fat around vital organs. Slower eating naturally reduces calorie intake without any conscious restriction. Chewing thoroughly also improves digestion from the very first step. Saliva contains enzymes that begin breaking down food in the mouth. When food is well chewed, the stomach and intestines do less work, leading to better nutrient absorption and less digestive stress. Poor digestion can cause inflammation, bloating, and hormonal imbalances, all of which contribute to visceral fat buildup. Another benefit of mindful eating is improved blood sugar control. Eating slowly prevents sudden spikes in blood glucose and insulin levels. High insulin encourages the body to store fat, especially in the abdominal area, by keeping blood sugar stable. The body is more likely to burn stored fat rather than accumulate more. This habit also strengthens the connection between hunger and satisfaction. Over time, you begin to recognize true hunger instead of eating out of boredom, stress, or habit. This awareness helps break emotional eating patterns that often lead to belly fat gain. Meals become more satisfying, even when portions are smaller. In Japanese culture, meals are often quiet, calm, and free from distractions like phones or television. This mindful environment further supports slower eating and better digestion. People feel lighter after meals, experience less bloating, and maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly costs nothing, requires no special food, and can be practiced by anyone at any age. When done consistently, this simple habit supports digestion, balances hormones, and quietly helps melt away visceral fat, making it a powerful yet often overlooked tool for long-term health and weight control. Reducing stress and sleeping well are two deeply connected habits in the Japanese lifestyle, and both play a critical role in losing visceral fat. Many people focus only on diet and exercise, but ignore stress and sleep, not realizing that these factors strongly control fat storage inside the body. When stress levels remain high and sleep is poor, the body releases excess cortisol, a hormone that directly signals the body to store fat around vital organs in the abdomen. Chronic stress keeps the body in a constant fight or flight state. In this mode, the body prioritizes energy storage instead of fat burning. Visceral fat is especially sensitive to cortisol, which is why stress often leads to stubborn belly fat even in people who eat reasonably well. The Japanese approach emphasizes calm, balance, and daily rituals that naturally lower stress hormones. Simple practices like taking warm baths, enjoying quiet evenings, practicing gratitude, and spending time in nature help relax the nervous system and signal the body that it is safe to release stored fat. Sleep quality is just as important. In Japan, maintaining a regular sleep schedule is considered part of good health. Poor or irregular sleep disrupts hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, increasing cravings and appetite while reducing the feeling of fullness. This often leads to overeating, especially late at night, which contributes directly to visceral fat accumulation. Deep, consistent sleep allows these hormones to rebalance, making it easier to control portions and food choices naturally. During quality sleep, the body also repairs tissues, balances insulin, and releases growth hormone, all of which support fat burning. When sleep is cut short, insulin sensitivity decreases, causing the body to store more glucose as fat instead of using it for energy. Over time, this leads to increased fat around the liver and internal organs. Simply improving sleep duration and consistency can significantly reduce this risk. Japanese culture often encourages winding down early, limiting heavy late-night meals, and creating a calm sleep environment. Screens are reduced, lights are dimmed, and evenings are kept peaceful. These habits help the body fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Reducing stress and sleeping well are not quick fixes, but they are powerful long-term tools. When the body feels rested and calm, it naturally shifts from fat storage to fat burning. Over time, this balance helps melt visceral fat from the inside out, improving health, energy, and longevity in a gentle, sustainable way.